Hi, welcome to the Quantity Surveying Studio. In today's video, we will be discussing about a checklist that every quantity surveyor needs to follow before submission of a BOQ. This is mainly useful for a consultant quantity surveyor while preparing a bill of quantity for a client, and before the final submission to the client, it is a very good procedure to tick off all the points inside this checklist, and mainly this is called an administration checklist which needs to be ticked off, and each point I'll be explaining with a sample BOQ which I have prepared in Excel so that every point is clear to you. The very first point of the checklist is the font type and size. So it is always important to make your BOQ with the same font type and size. So whatever is mentioned or written down inside the BOQ, make sure that the font used is the same and the size is also the same so that it is consistent throughout. So if you see this BOQ, I have used the same font. Just the main headings I have made it as bold. Otherwise, if you see here, Arial is a font type used and 11 is a size used. So make it a point that throughout the same font is used for all the items and whatever is mentioned inside the BOQ. So this is point number 1. The second point is to mention the project details inside the BOQ, and that also in the correct way. That is the project name, type or number. All these should be mentioned correctly. So if you see here in the BOQ, usually in the Excel sheet, if you go to print and page setup, header, footer, custom header. So usually the project details are mentioned in the left side. If you see the print section, in every page this will be coming up. If you go to the first page, second page, third page, fourth page. So the project name and project number, and here I have mentioned a BOQ. So that needs to be mentioned here. And if any other details needs to be mentioned, that also can be provided here. So make sure these details are available so that it is clear to the client that for which project this BOQ is made for. So according to the client requirement, all the project details can be mentioned under the header. The third point is the page layout. The page layout to be in the same format for all pages. So again, if you see in the BOQ, if you go to the print preview, see all pages are having the same type of margin, so that you can go to page setup and give the percentages and margin sizes. So make sure that all pages have the same margin sizes and same type of format so that the layout is the same throughout for all pages. So that is something that needs to be noted. The BOQ will not be looking good and it will definitely be a bad impression when the client sees that the format is different for each page. So make sure the page format is the same for all the pages. The fourth point is the page numbers to be in the correct sequence. So again, if you see in the BOQ, the page numbers are usually set inside the page setup and under footer. So if you go to custom footer, this is the formula that is used for setting the page numbers. So if you put this formula, you can see that a page number is being set for all pages and it is in a sequence. So just this footer needs to be set with this formula and the pages will be made into proper sequence automatically. So make sure that this formula is being put up before submitting it to the client. Next point is that all the BOQ items to have the unit of measurement and quantity. So when you prepare a BOQ, these are usually the headings that are used in most BOQs. You will have the item number, description, unit, quantity, rate and amount. So you need to make sure that the unit and quantity is put up for each item correctly before submitting it to the client. The amount will always be a formula, that is quantity into rate. So make sure that all the items have these units and quantities. So in this BOQ, I have not put the quantities. So make sure before submitting it to the client, you have done your proper quantity takeoff for all the items. You have the proper backups, your measurement sheets, your marked drawings, so that the client can check it properly. And then only submit it to the client. So all these items, all the BOQ items should have the unit of measurement and the quantity provided. Usually the unit of measurements will be meters, meter cubes, square meter, numbers. If it is a lump sum quantity, it will be in item or just as lump sum. There might be some quantities where an allowance needs to be put. So again, the unit of measurement will be as item. So make sure all items have the quantity and unit of measurement before submitting to the client. The sixth point is each page to have provision for amount summary. So if you see this BOQ, at the end of each page, there is a carried to collection where the sum of that page is set up. So there is a formula, the sum of the each item amount is provided. So make sure that every page has this sum, and usually carried to collection is mentioned inside it. So this carried to collection goes to the summary page of each item. So for example, this is for disposal installation. So this page and this page, 2 pages are there, and the sum of that 2 pages, page 1 and 2, will be the total summary for this disposal installation. So that is also another point that needs to be checked. We'll look into that again. So make sure that each page has this summary of the amount. The seventh point is section summary page to include correct carried forward page number and link to page summary. So as I explained earlier, for example, this section disposal installation, this page number 1 and 2. So we need to make sure that page 1 and 2 is mentioned properly and it is properly linked. So this is page 1, the sum is linked to F67, that is the summary of this page, and page 2 will be summary of this second page. So that will be the total carried to summary. So again, each section, the next section is water installation. So that is page 4, 5, 6. So 3 pages. So 4, 5, 6. So each summary is linked here. Like that, each section is linked and all the section is carried forward to the final summary. So if you see the end of the page, you will have each section and the sum of each section is carried forward to the summary, and this will be the total. So this will be the main summary. So this is basically a services part, MEP part. So again, there will be another BOQ for the civil part, interior part, the architectural part, structural part. So according to that, there will be main summary where each part, the amount for each part will be mentioned in that main summary. Next is the proper sequencing of BOQ items. Usually the alphabets are used A, B, C, D, and I and O are not used as an item number because it resembles 1 and 0. So make sure that proper sequencing is done, and in another video I've already explained how this can be done using a formula. The link to that video is being shown in the top right corner of this video, so you can just click on it. I will also be mentioning the link to that video in the description part. You can just click it and easily sequence your BOQ with the alphabets ignoring I and O. So this formula will be very helpful. You can save a lot of time. So basically it is A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. So here there is no I. So just need to check if it is proper sequencing done. C, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, after that J, K, L, M, N, then O is not there, P. So each page you need to check if proper sequencing has been done. So for each page it will be starting with A until the page, how many items are there, till that the alphabets will be coming. So need to check that properly before submission. So next point is that all BOQ descriptions are completely readable in the hard copy. So by this, what we need to understand is, for example, here, if you just reduce the height of this cell, you can read this item only like this. So if you go to the print preview, see, if you just zoom it, only this much part will be printed while you're taking the hard copy. So for that, you need to make sure that the entire description is shown. So for that, wrap text is used. Just click on, so if you mention the entire thing in one cell, just click on wrap text and just double click on that cell. So the entire description will be available. Now when you go to print preview, see the entire description is readable, and when you take the print, the entire description will be printed. And that is always better when you send it to the client, because when they take hard copy and if they find that only a part of it is being printed, then that will be not a good impression for the client. So make sure all your descriptions are shown completely. Now the last point is that the section headings are mentioned correctly. So here in this BOQ, make sure that, for example, here it is for services. This is using NRM1. This BOQ has been prepared. This is just the basic cost plan that is made here. So 5.3 is for disposal installation. And if it is getting continued, make sure you put a bracket continued. So just make sure that each headings have been put properly with proper section number. This will depend on the different standard method of measurement that is used. POMI, NRM or SESMI, SMM7, basically according to their class or their descriptions, that headings needs to be provided, and that needs to be checked if it is correct before proper submission to the client. So I hope this video was informative. So make sure this checklist is prepared before final submission to client, because when you submit a BOQ to the client, the first thing that the client looks is the proper formatting. They will not go deeply into the description or the quantities. They will just basically look how the format is, how the BOQ has been made, the proper format. So if that is not being done properly, then that itself will be a very bad impression. Then they will have a second thought about giving you another work or another project BOQ preparation. So once that is clear, then only they will be moving into checking of the BOQ items or the description, and then they will be giving you a feedback. So if the formatting is done properly, that itself gives a good impression to the client, and that itself will have a good effect on the remaining checks that is happening. So I hope this checklist can be used in your professional life. Please do like this video if you have found it to be useful. Do share it with your friends and colleagues. Please don't forget to subscribe to Quantity Surveying Studio for more such informative videos. Thanks a lot for watching. Take care. Bye.